Brand new updated Easter egg guides uploaded every single week here throughout 2022 for every zombies map throughout zombies history. Subscribe right now to keep up to date with every upload. All of these legends inside of last week's episode requested Revelations, so here we are today with Revelations. If you know what map you want to see next week, put it inside of the comment section right now to be featured in next week's episode. Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome to the No BS guide to the Revelations Easter egg on Black Ops 3 Zombies for the 2022 updated Easter egg guide series. Leave a like if this helps you out, and let's jump straight into it. Step 1 is to shoot the tombstones inside of the spawn area. There's going to be 4 tombstones in 2 sets of 2, and you need to shoot them in the following order: the second tombstone, the third tombstone, the first tombstone, and the fourth tombstone. Once done correctly, you'll hear a sound, and the tombstones will get a little flash of fire on as well. You can now activate all corruption engines inside of the map in each location. The locations are Spawn, Drak, Verrucht, and Mob of the Dead. And once all corruption engines are on, you'll now be able to activate the console inside of Nagda and Toten when the giant Apothecan flies past, which will then open up the debris towards Pack-a-Punch. You now need to find all the Keeper Protector parts inside of the map. There's 3 parts, and each part has 3 locations. The first part you need is the Gemstone, which can be found in the following 3 locations: in Drak next to the pyramid, inside of Drak's mystery box room next to the statues, and outside of Keynote Toten on this table. Next part you're going to look for is the Keeper Head, which is always found inside of Verrucht, in one of the following 3 locations: on the shelving units near Speed Cola, on the wheelchair near the electric trap, or on the wheelchair near the Wonderfizz machine. And the final part for the Keeper Protector is the flag part, which can be found in the following 3 locations: inside of the Mob of the Dead cafeteria near Mule Kick, on top of the Origins mound, or directly in front of the double tap machine on the raised land inside of Origins. You also need to make sure that you have the Apothecan servant and the little Arnies from the mystery box for this Easter egg. And once you've obtained both of those, you can actually upgrade the Apothecan servant, as you will need the upgraded version for this Easter egg. You upgrade the Apothecan servant by shooting 5 blue gems in the sky, and the easiest places to shoot these gems are inside of the spawn location on the corruption engine. Inside of Drak, you can either choose to shoot from the corruption engine area or at the top of the Shangri-La stairs. Inside of Verrucht on the stairs through these trees. In Mob of the Dead from the corruption engine. And inside of Nagda and Toten near the Apothecan. Once you've shot all 5 blue gems with the Apothecan servant, you can now upgrade the Apothecan servant in the Pack-a-Punch machine inside of the giant Apothecan for 5,000 points. And to get that Pack-a-Punch machine down, you just need to shoot the 3 bags of yellow gross goo that is currently holding it up inside of that Apothecan. It will drop down, and then you can Pack-a-Punch. Also, this Easter egg is much easier with the Thunder Gun, so while you're hitting that mystery box, why not try for that Thunder Gun? Okay, your first job is to go and find a triangle rock on one of the jump pads inside of the map. There are 3 locations where this triangle rock can spawn in, and that is going to be either inside of Shangri-La's jump pad, inside of Mob of the Dead's jump pad, or inside of Verrucht's jump pad. Once you know which one of those teleporters has the triangular rock on, you can now go and build the Keeper Protector for 5,000 points in one of the following 3 locations: Verrucht, Keynote Toten, or Drak, by interacting with the square on the wall. Get the Keeper to activate the ritual next to that triangular rock, just by getting him to stand close to the triangle rock. The easiest way to do this is jump from the opposite location that's connected to that jump pad, and then stand as far back to that rock as possible. He should follow you and activate his ritual. Once activated, protect him for 3 full minutes. Zombies will try and attack him, so don't let the zombies attack him. You can actually leave him in between rounds. As long as you go as far away as possible, the zombies won't spawn next to him, and they'll spawn near you, meaning that you can go and hit the mystery box for those other weapons that you may want for the Easter egg. But after the Keeper has been there for 3 full minutes, he will drop a disc. You can then pick up the disc and place it in the radio in Nagda and Toten. The next step is super easy if you save 1 zombie or do it on a bug round. Go inside of the Apothecan, and there'll be 9 holes in the wall. You need to throw a little Arnie into all 9 holes. After each set of 3 holes, 3 Margwas will spawn in, and you need to kill the Margwas. Hopefully they'll give you a max ammo, but if they don't, use a Gobblegum to get your little Arnies back, or you can just play on through the rounds until you get another max ammo, and then repeat this step by throwing the 3 little Arnies into 3 more of the holes. Don't duplicate any of the holes, and make sure you do all 9. The easiest way to do this is use the Raindrops Gobblegum to spawn in another max ammo, throw it into 3 more holes, and do the process again. If you do manage to spawn in all 9 Margwas at once, and you do it on a bug round, kill all the bugs inside of the map, and all the Margwas will instantly die. but that's a little bit more of an advanced method. After killing all of the 9 Margwas, there'll be another disc that spawns in on the bridge inside of the Apothecan. Pick up the disc and place it inside of the radio in Tombstones on the stage. Now make sure you've got the Pack-a-Punched Apothecan Servant and a Pack-a-Punched Bullet weapon, not a shotgun. There will now be 6 rocks that spawn into the map, and you need to shoot those rocks with the Pack-a-Punched Bullet weapon, which will then reveal a bone, which you can now fire your upgraded Apothecan Servant at, and the bone will get sucked up. The locations that you need to do this in are Shangri-La above the Stamina Up machine, the spawn area inside of the church, and the best place to do this is from the Corruption Engine, inside of Origins on the rock behind the barrier, inside of Verrucht on the rock near the water outside of the barrier, Drak on the wall run. Make sure that the anti-gravity is activated for this inside of the room as well. It's going to make it much easier. And also in Toten on the roof from the stairs. Once you've shot all of those, all the bones will now appear on the top floor of Toten. Shoot them with the Apothecan Servant. Then a female body will spawn in and shoot that body with the Apothecan Servant. She'll then drop a disc. Pick up the disc and place it in the radio at the top of the mound of Origins. Now use the laser trap in all 4 Corruption Engines and fire at the blue gem in the sky behind the teleporting rift. Find the correct placement on that blue gem until it automatically kicks you off. The placement with the laser can sometimes be a little bit funny, so just find the right position. Once all 4 laser trap locations are done, go to the top floor of Toten and interact with Sophia. Follow her to the teleporter inside of Toten. Pick up the book from the bed and then place it on the Toten altar. 4 eggs have now spawned into the map, 1 in each area. Toten /Drak, Spawn /Shangri-La, Verrucht, and Mob of the Dead /Origins. Pick up one of the eggs and place it in the middle of the Apothecan, and collect 10 zombie souls. The locations for these eggs are as follows. For the Toten and Drak area, you can find your egg in one of the next 4 locations. In front of the stage in the seating area, on the higher tier seating area above the stairs, you do need to jump to pick this one up. In the buckets next to the Wonder Fizz machine, and next to the statues in the mystery box room in Drak. The egg locations for Spawn or Shangri-La are as follows. You'll find it in one of the next 4 locations. In the barrel next to the jump pad towards Origins, next to the trash can near the jump pad towards Shangri-La, against the wall in Shangri-La, or in the fire pit at the bottom of the Shangri-La stairs. The egg locations for the Verrucht area, you'll find yours in one of the following 4 locations. In the bush in front of the Corruption Engine, next to the Wonder Fizz machine, on the debris in the room at the top of the stairs, or next to the Zetsubou no Shima tubes. And finally, the egg locations for Mob of the Dead and Origins are as follows. You'll find it in one of the next 4 locations. In front of the Corruption Engine next to the rock, next to the Wonder Fizz machine at the top of the Origins mound, in the tunnels between Mob of the Dead and Origins, and on the ground next to the Origins robot foot location. Once you've filled the egg inside of the Apothecan with souls, a Gateworm will spawn in. Pick up the Gateworm. There'll now be 3 locations in each area of the map where you can place that down to collect the ruin, and that correct location will be indicated by a beeping noise. But here are the locations where you could find that beeping noise. All of these have 3 locations in all 4 areas. For Drak and Shangri-La locations, you can get it next to the pyramid in Drak, next to the Primus statues in the mystery box room in Drak, or inside of Shangri-La in front of Stamina. For the spawn locations, you'll find it next to the jump pad towards Origins, next to the jump pad towards Shangri-La, or next to the quick revive machine. For the Origins / Mob of the Dead locations, you can find these on the back wall in front of the Corruption Engine, on the wall next to the cell block, or in the tunnels between Origins and Mob of the Dead. And finally, for the Verrucht locations, you can find these at the Zetsubou no Shima test tubes, on the metal fence next to the electric trap, or on the path towards the jump pad towards Toten. Once all 4 eggs have been filled with souls and you've collected all the 4 ruins from those Gateworms, head over to Toten and stand on the symbols in the Widow's Wine room. Once inside of the boss fight room, activate the book. Throw a little Arnie or fire the Apothecan Servant to distract the enemies in the room, and watch the symbols that will be shown to you on the book. They correspond with the symbols in your select menu. So number the symbols in your select menu 1, 2, 3, 4, and remember the order that the book shows you. It's different every game. Go to the back of the room and wait for the first symbol that you were shown from the book to show up. Then interact with it. Repeat this process for the following 3 symbols that you were shown from the book. Then drop down to the middle of the room. You will now have 4 sets of 2 Margwas Margwas that you have to kill. The easiest and fastest way of doing this is to throw a little Arnie to the back of the room, wait for a Margwa to spawn in, and fire 3 shots of the thunder gun at that Margwa. The Margwa will instantly die. Now do the exact same thing for the next Margwa that spawns in. That round will then be complete, and repeat this step for the following 3 sets of Margwas. The summoning key will then drop to the ground and walk into it. You'll teleport back to the map, and there'll now be 7 items that you have to throw that summoning key at. Here are the items and the locations. The chandelier inside of Keynote Totem, the clock inside of Dreisendracht next to the corruption engine, a crystal at the top of the stairs inside of the Shangri-La area, a tombstone at the top of the mound inside of the Origins location, the back of the cell inside of Mob of the Dead, the fountain inside of Verrucht, and a red barrel inside of Nagdar and Toten. When you're going through the teleporter towards Nagdar and Toten, make sure you melee. This will avoid a glitch that allows you to lose the summoning key forever. Now you can go into the boss fight by interacting with the Keynote Toten teleporter. Interact with one of the 4 altars inside of the boss fight room and kill around 10 zombies. Also, killing the Panzer at this point will help out a lot. Make sure you have a powerful bullet weapon, so something along the lines of the Dingo, the BRM, even a shotgun. But the easiest way to do this is by using the death machine. Pick up the summoning key from that altar and throw it through the ghost Sophia. Pick up the death machine or use your powerful weapon to shoot the Shadow Man until he's inside of the Apothecan's mouth. Then interact with the book. You've then completed the Revelations Easter egg, you'll get the cutscene, and you'll get 20,000 XP as well. Congratulations! I also think that if you've never done this before, you get 1,000,000 XP, which is crazy. But there you go! Thank you very much for watching this Easter egg guide. Have an amazing day. Click the like button if this has helped you out a lot. Subscribe if you are brand new, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!